of the downsides of being a gamer is to see the companies that you like and you love and you pump money into them grow and grow and grow. And the bigger a company is, the bigger the chance you have that they become into total twats. And this happens to most companies when they start hiring based on intersectionality rather than hiring based on merit, and they start putting out really bad games. Fortunately, though, there's always new companies. Companies that don't treat their customers like they're some sort of necessary evil. Companies that are really happy that you bought their product. Take CD Projekt Red, for instance, where if you buy the Witcher game, which didn't even have copyright protection at launch, if I remember correctly, you will find this little tidbit. Dear gamer, oh my god, that's me. First of all, we would like to thank you for your support. We really appreciate that you have decided to spend your hard-earned money on our game. Wow. So while other companies call gamers entitled, this company actually understands why gamers should be entitled, because we spend, quote-unquote, hard-earned money on a product. Unbelievable. And they also have the feeling that we're going to have a fun time playing it. So games are actually for fun. Oh my god, that is such a radical concept nowadays. Over 200 of us have spent the last 3 years working on The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, and it is with our great pleasure and humility, holy crap, that we present our game to you. At CD Projekt Red, we believe that when you buy our games, you're entitled to continuous free support. There's something wrong with these people, they're too nice. Updates, patches, and bits of new and amazing content, we owe you that for believing in us and purchasing our game. To thank you, we have prepared something really special. 16 DLCs for you to download, totally free of charge, regardless of the platform or edition of the game you own. We salute you for support and wish you a fantastic next generation of RPG gaming. And as you open the disc, you will find not only this message, but an interesting map of the Witcher world, along with the CD and a couple of other goodies that you would expect only the deluxe version of the game would have. And this is why gamers really love CD Projekt Red. And this is also why I was a little bit skeptical when they announced their new game, CyberPunk2077. I was like, what on earth are you doing? Go back making The Witcher. No, you go back. But apparently, like, the more I look at Cyberpunk, the more it feels like a great idea and a good game. I'm really excited about the concept of managing to continue the game even if you fail main quests. So apparently, unlike most other games where if you fail a quest, you have to load the previous save, here if you fail a quest, the story of the game changes. And it takes into account that you failed that particular quest. And I'm really excited to see how they're going to implement this. Like, the narrative options and the paths that you can take are limitless. So if they do a good story, it might set a new benchmark for other role-playing games. And I was really excited about this game, which was supposed to come out recently. However, it has been delayed. Now, I was 100% certain that the game will become delayed even before they announced it. How did I know? Do you think I have a crystal ball? No, the game was supposed to be released in April, and yet there were no new trailers, no new gameplay, nothing. No announcements. And usually when this happens, and I'm giving you this information so you can make educated purchases in the future. Usually when a big game, a AAA game, gets close to release and there's no information, it can only mean two things. Number one, the game is absolute shit. It's a broken mess. The developers know it, and they don't want to release gameplay or footage because of that. But because this is CD Projekt Red we're talking about, and not some random game development company, I don't think that this was the case. What is also likely is that the game is going to be delayed, so they're not releasing any gameplay or any footage because they're going to delay it and maybe change a few things here and there. And this seems to be what has happened. They delayed the game. According to their Twitter, they posted this, that they have important news regarding Cyberpunk 2077 release date, which they would like to share to us. So instead of releasing it on my birthday, which is in April, they decided to push it all the way back to September. We are currently at a stage where the game is complete and playable, but there's still work to be done. Night City is massive, full of stories, content, and places to visit. But due to the sheer scale and complexity of it all, we need more time to finish playtesting, fixing, and polishing. We want Cyberpunk 2077 to be our crowning achievement for this generation, and postponing launch will give us the precious months we need to make the game perfect. Expect more regular updates on progress as we get closer to the release date. We're really looking forward to seeing you in Night City. Thank you for your ongoing support. Now, I do not buy this, and I do not buy it at all. I'm going to push a conspiracy theory on top of you now. Hopefully YouTube is not going to ban me. Here's what I think really happened. This playtesting and polishing is usually included for the release date. So usually companies set goals and they say, all right, well, 2 or 3 months before release date, we do the polishing and the testing and whatnot. And if it's just polishing and testing, it usually lasts 1, 2, maybe 3 months. Definitely not all the way until September. What I think is actually happening is that April is going to be a month that is loaded with AAA titles. I mean, we got Resident Evil 3, which is an amazing game. God, it's an amazing game. A remake, right? You got the remake of Final Fantasy. And you got Last of Us 2, which, despite of its controversy with all the intersectionality crap being shoehorned in it, still looks like a game that has really interesting gameplay. And a lot of people want to buy it. So you have like 3 juggernauts, probably more that I haven't looked. I don't know when Doom is coming out. But you got 3 juggernauts coming in April. So it wouldn't be a good financial decision for CD Projekt Red to push Cyberpunk in the same month. Even though they might still make a good amount of money, and a lot of people will choose not to buy one of the previous AAAs in order to get Cyberpunk. You know, not a lot of people have like, what, $250 to buy all these games? Not everyone is that rich, so people will have to make a choice. And the initial sales of a game are very important because they usually set out the tone for what the company is going to do. So yeah, I think they're going to move it in September when it's a more free month, free from other AAA titles. And that's a smart business strategy. And if they actually want to polish the game and get some more playtesting and make sure that there's less bugs, wonderful. But what is really good is the awareness that they have regarding gaming culture. Because we live in a time where internet forums are full of useful idiots. Like, you will see a trailer for a game and you will complain about something and they will say, well, it's just a trailer. You should shut the fuck up. Just a trailer. You never even played the game. How do you know it's bad? And then the beta comes out and you play the beta and you point out, well, the game is broken. And the same useful idiots are going to be, you need to shut the fuck up. It's just a beta. It's just a beta. How can you say the game is bad if it's not released? And then the game releases and it's broken. And the same useful idiots say, well, what do you expect? It's day one. Day one release. Games don't work on day one release. You need to wait for the fix patch. So this kind of makes this whole pre-purchase kind of redundant, doesn't it? It's like, why pre-purchase if the game is broken since release? Like, the gaming community is filled with these people that are working against the consumer, I would say. Which is funny because they allegedly are the consumer. So they're willing to pay for a broken product instead of punishing the company to make sure that they don't push out a broken product. It's not my interest to buy something that's broken. Games are expensive nowadays. They're not cheap. So why are these people satisfied and happy with getting something that doesn't work? And I think CD Projekt Red kind of understands that, at least their PR team. And they're saying, no, our game isn't going to be the day one release type of game like Diablo 3 was, or other major AAA titles that nowadays just don't care. You know, they release the game, it's broken, doesn't matter, we're going to release a patch. You know, like Street Fighter, for example. Street Fighter 5, great example. I mean, it's getting to the point where some games have their patch, the day one release patch, bigger than the game itself. It's really that of a joke. So, you know, like, again, kudos to CD Projekt Red for mentioning that their game isn't going to be like that. So I'm really excited about it. It's one of the games that I'm really hyped up. And in the future, I'll probably make a list of games that I really am excited for this year, because last year it was a drought when it came to video games. Not that many. I mean, we had Resident Evil 2 remake. Can't think of others that came out last year that were really great, like games that really shine and really makes you love to play them and then think about them for years to come. But anyway, right, so let me know what you think about this type of video where I just talk about gaming news, you know, nothing controversial, nothing out of the ordinary, just reporting the news when it comes to the gaming world. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys in the comment section.